Hello everyone and welcome to another game of Squirrels Baseball. This is Aaron and we are back home to take on the Dodgers. Apparently we're the first game of the day too. I'll also let you guys know that I'm doing this pretty fresh off of an eye exam. My eyes are still, well, I shouldn't say my eyes. My right eye is still very dilated. I feel like she put at least double the amount of eye drops in my right eye than she did my left. So, doing my best here, but I will say my right eye is still blurry from all that. It's still watery. So we'll see how this goes. As far as the standings are concerned, the Dodgers are leading the NL West by one game. The Diamondbacks had led, I think, pretty much all of April and into May, and then the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks stayed tied for a long time. But the Dodgers have been ahead now for a few games. So it is just a game, but it is a lead. So we'll see what they've got on the roster this year. Rafael Furcal is going to lead things off. Graves on the mound, if I didn't mention that already, for the Squirrels. Got Furcal down 0-2. That pitch is fouled away. Curveball down by Furcal's feet. Ground ball to short. Joey over to first. One away. Here's Matt Merton. I don't think I knew he was here in LA. I do think I knew he wasn't on the Cubs anymore, but I'm not sure I knew he landed out here. He grounds this to second, and that will be the second out of the inning. So here comes James Loney. Feel like he's had quite a bit of success against us through the years. He'll look at strike one on a slider to the outside corner. Swings and misses at a changeup. Swing and a miss, strike three. 1-2-3 start for LA. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Kester's going to lead it off for the Squirrels. We'll get a look at the Dodgers defensively. Actually, there's quite a few changes, I feel like, on this Dodgers team. So I'm sure we'll go over them as they come up to bat, but first and foremost, I do not remember them having a Villanueva, especially not as a draft pick. Kester opens up the Squirrels' half of the game with a base hit into right field. That will bring Marvin to the plate, and he will bat left-handed. Kester immediately takes off, and he is in there safely. Marvin now has an 0-2 count after that swing and a miss. Swing and a miss, strike three. One away, here's Chief. First pitch runs a bit high. Up the middle, but not up the middle enough. They try to backpick Kester. They don't get that, but they do get Chief over at first. So the runner's still in scoring position with Terry at the plate, who I am still pretty sure is leading the league in hits. Well, it should be the majors, not just the league. He's got an 0-2 count at the moment, though. And he will come up with a line drive to second. Pretty good play over there at second. Though I don't remember who is playing that second base. We go to the second inning, scoreless. Andrew Jones has to come up to plate first. He's been with LA, I think, this whole time. Loney, Jones, and Ethier have been mainstays this whole time. Jones with an 0-2 count. He will ground this to second. Kester takes care of that. Now we get Andre Ethier to the plate. First pitch is called a strike. Second pitch is called a strike. Called strike three. That will be the second out of the inning. Widger, I do believe, is a new addition here to the... Oh, of course, now my wife calls. One moment while I see what this is about. Okay. Back to action. Shouldn't have been much of a break for you guys. I've got to get myself back into it. We got Widger at the plate. It's a 1-2 count. And he's going to ground out to first. I feel like we saw Widger somewhere. Might have been Arizona, actually. Pretty sure it wasn't LA. Anyhow, they go down without scoring again. So Frank is going to come to the plate for the Squirrels. Still scoreless in the game. And he will look at strike one. Frank, a lot of threes on that stat line up there. Gets a base hit through the left-hand side. That'll be a leadoff single. We'll see if he tries to steal second like Kester did, though. Frank not as fast as Kester. Benji Molina is back there behind the plate. We haven't seen him batting yet, but I did see that in the defensive lineup, and I'm pretty sure that's new for the Dodgers this year. Tom with a 1-2 count. We'll ground this one to the left side. Will they get a double play? No. Tom's able to beat it out at first. That ground ball did pull for call away from second, so that probably helped. Zach at the plate, 1 on with 1 out. They keep checking on Tom over at first. Not sure he's that much of a stolen base threat. Zach up the middle, but not up the middle enough. That one will be a double play. 6-4-3. So the Squirrels with 2 hits in the game, but no runs. We will go to the third, where Pearsall will lead things off. I assume that's how that's pronounced. The game's apparently not going to help me out at the moment. So that's what we're going to go with. I do believe he is new as well over at second base. He's got an 0-2 count. And that fastball a bit too high. Pops this one up. Tom should have it, and he does. That will bring Benji Molina to the plate. Oh, why did I think it was Molina? Brian Pena behind the plate. Okay. I guess I just saw the B in a catcher and just assumed, I guess. My apologies. I could have sworn it said Molina. Anyway, Pena strikes out. So here is Villanueva at the plate. Apparently hitting over 300 as a pitcher. I don't know how many at-bats that is. But, I mean, I don't think any of our pitchers ever were hitting 300. At least not after the first couple of weeks. Villanueva pops out right at the plate. So all zeros on the board for the Dodgers. Joey's going to lead things off for the Squirrels in the bottom half of the inning. First pitch, curveball, down and away. There's a called strike. A little up in the zone. Swing and a miss on a curveball. And a high fastball. Too high, in fact. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 away. Here is Graves at the plate. Actually, for him having a very good offensive season. Fouls this first pitch away down the third base side. This will go down as a base hit into left center. A 1-out single brings Kester to the plate. Got a base hit in his first at-bat and then stole second. The Squirrels could do no more with it. Hits a ground ball here. That does not get through. Will it be a double play? No. Kester pretty comfortably beats that out at first. So Marvin at the plate struck out in his first at-bat. Well, Kester again is going to steal second base, and he is in there safely. Marvin with an 0-1 count, runner in scoring position now, and he will pop this foul. Pena with plenty of room makes the catch. So no runs after 3. We'll go into the 4th inning where the Dodgers are back to the top of their order. For call ground out in his first at-bat, Graves struck out 3 Dodgers the first trip through their order. This is ground foul behind the plate. 0-2. Hit foul. Will Chief make it there? No, he's a couple steps short. Still 0-2. Swing and a miss on the changeup. That is the first out of the inning. Matt Merton. Ground out, I'm pretty sure, to second in his first at-bat. Puts this one up the middle. That'll get through for the first Dodgers hit of the day. First Dodgers base runner of the day. James Loney struck out in his first at-bat. He's got 1 on, 1 out in this at-bat. I don't think that fastball is where Graves and Tom wanted it. That one's more in zone. 1 and 1. Slider gets hit sharply but foul down the right side. 1 and 2. Swing and a miss on a high slider for strike 3. So here's Andrew Jones. Ground out his first at-bat. Graves gets the call on that low slider and then checks over on first. That pitch catches the inside corner to make it 0-2. Well, that changeup was pretty ugly. Bounced in. I don't even know if it made the dirt. Fastball, though, set up pretty well, and Jones couldn't catch up to it. So that will end the top of the 4th inning. The Dodgers with a hit, but still no runs. Chief is going to lead things off for the Squirrels in the bottom half of the inning. Chief ground out in his first at-bat, and he will look at a curveball for strike 1 here. Swing and a miss will make it 0-2. Up the middle, that will be a base hit. A leadoff single brings Terry to the plate. He hit a pretty hard line drive, but the second baseman, Pearsall, something like that, I already forgotten, was able to field it. That one's hit pretty hard, but well foul. Like right down into a stairwell up there. And he swings and misses at a curveball. 1 away. Frank got a base hit in his first at-bat. Say check over on first. Fastball in there for strike 1. Another fastball in there for strike 2. Say check over again. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down. Here is Tom. Runner still on first. Puts this one in the air. Will it drop in? Ethier's trying to get there. Oh, and it just hooks foul. Did not miss the line by much. That could have been a really dangerously placed ball. Line drive into right, and that's actually going to get by Ethier just a little bit. Tom trying to make it into a double, and he just barely gets in ahead of that throw. When he made that turn, I didn't know if it was a great idea or not. Ethier actually did a pretty decent job cutting that off. But Tom is in there safely. That puts 2 runners into scoring position for Zach. There are 2 outs, though. He will swing and miss at a curveball. And that curveball is too low. That curveball catches the outside corner to make it 1-2. Villanueva really throwing a lot of curveballs. Throws a fastball and gets a line drive right to Furcal to get out of trouble. So 6 combined hits in the game, but no combined runs. Andre Ethier is going to lead off things in the 5th for LA.
16, Andre Ethier.
Ethier struck out in his first at-bat, and he will hit this first one through the right side of the infield for a base hit. Actually thought Terry was going to get that, but he did not. So here's Widger, who ground out, I want to say, to Terry in his first at-bat, though I'm not 100% sure of that. He'll get a line drive into left for a base hit, and the Dodgers may be cooking something up here. First 2 runners aboard. Here's Pearsall. He will look at a curveball for strike 1. Hits this to Chief. He's going to step on third, go to second with it. Triple play? No. But a 5 unassisted 4 for the first 2 outs of the inning. Brings Pena, the catcher, who fouled out back in his first at-bat, to the plate, and he nearly fouls out here. 0-2. Slider swung over the top of it, and that will end the inning. The Dodgers with a threat, but can't cash anything in. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning with no score in the game. Joey's going to lead it off for the Squirrels. Joey struck out in his first at-bat, and he'll look at strike 1 here. Looks at strike 2. Well, that curveball was pretty close. Joey up the middle, and it gets through for a base hit. That will bring Graves to the plate, who got a hit in his first at-bat. Looks like he's going for the sacrifice here. Pulls it back, and the pitch is high. Puts the bat back out there. Gets it down, but it goes foul. Puts the bat back out there. It's a 1-1 count. Villanueva's starting to wipe his brow. That's a pretty good bunt. Villanueva fields it, and he's not going to get it in time. That's going to be a base hit bunt. So 2 runners on with nobody out. Kester, already with 1 hit in the game, looks at strike 1. Hits this one into left. Will it stay fair? It does. Joey coming in to score. He will make it there. Graves stops at second. Squirrels take a 1-0 lead. Still no outs in the inning with 2 runners on. Marvin chases a pitch up and out, and then looks at strike 2 on a curveball. Oh, I got a sneeze coming on. Swing and a miss, strike 3. All right, that's it for Villanueva. They're going to bring Pineda in, or Pineda. They don't show a tilde there, but I bet it's supposed to be there. Chief 1 for 2 on the day. He's got 2 on with 1 out. Looks at strike 1. Ooh, very hittable fastball, and Chief let it go. Swings at this one, and it will be a base hit into center field. It's not... Oh, well, actually, he might score a run. Graves made it there. I thought he was going to stop at third, but he did not. Squirrels now up 2-0, still with 2 runners on and 1 out. Terry looks at strike 1. Hits this one right to Furcal. Has to wait for the second baseman to get there, though, so that is the only out the Dodgers will get. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Frank at the plate. Do believe he is 1 for 2 today. Looks at strike 1. Swings ahead of that fastball, 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Pineda out of further trouble, but the Squirrels do score 2 as we go into the 6th inning. And it is his spot in the lineup due up to start off the inning. Dodgers, looks like they're going to let him hit. And he is going to get a base hit up the middle, just out of range of Kester. So, leadoff man aboard for Furcal. He is 0 for 2. Graves, throws a wild pitch. That's going to make it all the way to the backstop. So, a runner now in scoring position for the Dodgers. Let's say Graves up to 7 strikeouts after 2 trips through the Dodgers' order. He's got Furcal with a 1-2 count, as that one misses down and out. Swing and a miss on a changeup. 1 away. Matt Merton got the first Dodgers hit of the day. Sure, the Dodgers would love for him to come up with something now, but instead he grounds to second. They try to get the cheap out at second. Couldn't get that, but they still get Merton at first. So runner in scoring position with 2 outs. James Loney at the plate. Swings at a wild pitch. So that'll move the runner to third. Swung at that one in the dirt and got by Tom. Puts it into left field, and that will get the Dodgers on the board. Probably would have got him on the board from second anyway, but still. Now a 2-1 Squirrels lead. Andrew Jones at the plate with a runner on first. There are 2 outs. Jones into left field. Frank should have it, and he does. So we'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Tom is going to lead things off for the Squirrels, who are ahead by 1. Tom got a double in his last at-bat. He did drive in a run, I am fairly certain. He's got an 0-2 count in this at-bat. And he will ground this one to Furcal, who has to charge it. 1 down. So here is Zach. He is 0 for 2. Hit into a double play and a liner. Looks at strike 1. Fastball right down the middle, and Zach just plain missed it. Hits this one, but not very far. Loney comes into the infield grass and makes the grab. 2 away. Here's Joey. Got a base hit in his last at-bat, not his first one. This is not going to be a base hit. Good play by Furcal to get us into the 7th inning. Ethier is going to lead things off. We are going to go to our bullpen. Start the back end sequence here. He will go into Joey's spot, which will bring Phil into the game. Switch that middle infield.
Your attention, please. Now coming on the pitch for Indianapolis, number 55, Jones.
All right, Ethier 1 for 2 on the day. Looks at strike 1. Fouls off that fastball to make it 0-2. Pops this one up. Chief waiting for it near third, which makes sense since he's a third baseman. He does make the catch. 1 away. Here is Widger, who I believe also got a base hit in his last at-bat. Looks at strike 1. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. Both fastballs. Another high fastball gets a ground ball to short. Kester over to first for the second out of the inning. So here's Pearsall, who is fouled out and hit into a double play. Although I do believe that was the double play third and second, so he ended up on first base still. He's got an 0-2 count in this at-bat, and he will be behind on that fastball to get us to the 7th inning stretch. Squirrels leading 2-1. Phil is going to lead things off in the bottom half of the inning.
Now, please rise and join the singer.
All right, Phil at the plate, his first at-bat of the game. Just came into the game in the top half of the inning. Looks at strike 1. Hits this one, doesn't get it by Loney. Pretty good play over there. Kester, 2 for 3 on the day. Swings and misses at the first pitch. That curveball, I don't think made it to the plate. Swing and a miss will make it 1-2. Hits this one foul. That fastball too low. It's a 2-2 count. Hits this one over the head of Widger and into left field. That will be, oh, well, I was going to say single. He finally does go back. He took an awfully big turn there, but it does come out as a 1-out single. Marvin 0 for 3 on the day. Looks at strike 1. He will continue to bat left-handed. Has a 1-1 count. Runner on first with 1 out. Swing and a miss to make it 1-2. Looks at strike 3. Kester steals second base. So runner in scoring position, but there are now 2 outs. Chief, I think, with just 1 hit in the game. He's down 0-2. Hits this one right to Pearsall to end the inning. We go into the 8th. Brian Pena is going to lead it off for the Dodgers. Still a 2-1 Squirrels lead. So we will go get Hermida. Put him into Chief's spot, which will bring Sweeney into the game to play third.
Your attention, please. Now coming on the pitch for Indianapolis, number 17, Hermida.
All right, Pena has struck out in both at-bats so far today. He will look at a curveball for strike 1. Another curveball gets a swing and a miss. Fastball just off the outside corner. Curveball, similar place. It's a 2-2 count. Fastball in the zone, gets grounded back to Hermida. Has to wait a bit on a hop, but gets to first, no problem. One away, Pineda's going to get to hit again. Though I, excuse me, got a coughing attack. Got a base hit in this last at-bat. But he will strike out in this at-bat for the second out of the inning. So here's for Call. He is 0 for 3, 2 of those being strikeouts. Hits this one through the middle of the infield for a base hit. 2-out single. Brings Matt Merton to the plate. We're getting a pinch something. Pinch runner. Soria is going to come in. He is rated one better speed than for Call. 11 to a 12. Both pretty speedy. It is on a 15-point scale. And he does take off. That pitch bounces in, and it was a slow curve anyway. So not sure you can pin that one on Tom, but stolen base regardless. This is hit high behind second base. Phil is able to get there to make the play. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Terry's going to lead it off for the Squirrels, who still lead 2-1. So we're going to get some defensive changes. Mask, who I believe was with Cincinnati, is going to come into the game. There were a couple other changes too. I didn't catch all of them because I was trying to remember where Mask was at. Maybe he was already here. I can't remember. Maybe some longtime viewer out there is going to remember better than I do. Terry, though, with an 0-2 count, and he will foul. Or no, that's not foul. That's going to be right to Widger, who apparently moved to shortstop. So here's Frank. He is 1 for 3. Single and a couple strikeouts. Looks at a ball. This one catches the outside corner. Hits this one right to Mask, who came in to play third. He does get it across the diamond for the second out of the inning. So Tom at the plate. He's 1 for 3 with a double. Maybe an RBI double. Can't remember now. Highlights will probably remind me. In any case, he's down 0-2 in this at-bat. And he will put this in the air to left. Soria is trying to track it. It does land in fair ground. I actually thought it was going to hook foul. That's going to go down as another double for Tom. So here's Zach with the chance to add some insurance. He will look at a curveball for strike one. Grounds this one right over third. Tom turns for home, and there is the insurance run. So now Sweeney gets his first at-bat of the day. Runner on first with 2 outs, and he will look at strike one. Looks at strike two. Looks at strike three, and that will end the inning. So we go to the 9th. The Dodgers are going to need 2 runs if they want to keep this game going, but they do have the heart of the order coming up to make it happen. We will go get Shibuya to try to nail down the save. We'll put him in Zach's spot since I don't want to take Sweeney out when he just now got in the game. So that'll put Quinton out in right field.
Your attention, please. Now we're going to pitch for Indianapolis. Number 13, Shibuya.
All right, first pitch, a fastball in there for strike one. Pulled, well, it is foul. Not as foul as I thought it was going to be off the bat. That actually ended up being dangerous. This is also going to be foul, just misses first base. 0-2. Pops this one up, Tom waiting for it right by the batter's box, and he does make the catch. One down, here's Andrew Jones. He's 0 for 3 today. Though obviously a dangerous hitter. Grounds this one to third. Sweeney on to first. Dodgers down to their last out in the form of Andre Ethier, who is 1 for 3. Puts us into center field. Will Marvin get there? He will not. That's going to fall in for a base hit and bring the tying run to the plate in the form of Widger, who is 1 for 3 today. So they check over on first. I think they can throw Ethier out. It's not going to matter, though. It gets over Phil's head, and that is a base hit. Puts the tying run on base. Runners on the corners, though Ethier's run doesn't mean that much. They're still going to pinch run for him, and actually Bloomquist is a downgrade in speed, but like I said, it doesn't really matter. It's the runner on first that really makes the difference. Pearsall ground to the second. There's a throw to first, and that is your ball game. A little bit of an interesting ninth inning, but your final score today, Los Angeles Dodgers 1, Indianapolis Squirrels 3. Take a look at the highlights. All right, Kester's going to be your player of the game. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you'd like to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, feel very free. Otherwise, we'll be back with Game 2 with the Dodgers tomorrow. We will see you then.